Much has changed in the Halo IoT Smart Sensor 2.2 firmware from our previous software release. The sensor technology built within Halo has been enriched by our development team through a meticulous algorithm refinement process. The sensors focused on air quality monitor environments for potentially hazardous conditions, while the sensors focused on security keep the occupants safe from physical threats. Halo now features an infectious disease mitigation strategy. Halo utilizes a series of air quality sensors and established standards from CDC, ASHRAE, EPA, and Reset. From the COVID-19 pandemic to the US West Coast fires, some of the biggest threats are now the most microscopic. COVID-19 can live in particles in the air and are the leading cause of droplet and airborne transmission from person to person. Here you see examples of various sized particulates, from sand to small viruses. The measurement of the CO2 or carbon dioxide concentrations provide a measure of what percentage of the air we inhale, which consists of air that has already been exhaled by other people. This is called the rebreathed fraction. An elevated rebreathed fraction equals a greater probability of respiratory infections. Maintaining relative humidity in the 40 to 60% range in indoor spaces could help slow the spread of the coronavirus and other infectious diseases by reducing the viability of the viruses in those environments. Exposure to VOX can result in both acute and chronic health effects, depending on many factors such as the level of exposure and the length of exposure. As a result of the increased frequency and alternative cleaning processes, it is important to measure the levels of VOC in the air to ensure that the indoor environment is safe. Long-term exposure to NO2 or nitrogen dioxide, which largely arises from urban combustion sources such as traffic, may enhance susceptibility to severe COVID-19 outcomes. Of the pollutants analyzed, nitrogen dioxide, particulate, and ozone, nitrogen dioxide had the strongest independent correlation with raising a person's susceptibility to death from COVID-19. Barometric pressure measurement in different spaces can be used to generate clean to less clean air movements. By measuring pressure in various spaces, pressure plans can be implemented to control that air movement. Halo's cloud connectivity gives an end user the ability to analyze long-term data that Halo is recording. This information includes data points from each of the 12 sensors every second of every day. This information often identifies correlated events, such as the rising CO2 and VOC levels during occupancy of a building, as shown here in this analytic. Most importantly is what is done with the information that Halo is measuring and collecting. Halo is the device that is providing actionable intelligence to your building control systems as it is constantly measuring system performance. The information can be fed into the building automation system utilizing BACnet or other compatible platforms. These systems can automatically cause remediation events in other systems, removing the need for human intervention to correct potentially hazardous conditions. If a system is not performing adequately, Halo will immediately notify of the event. In closing, Halo is an essential tool for protecting people against the threats that they cannot see as they return to their workplace and places of education.